If you're enjoying my channel and enjoy the effort we are putting in for you, please subscribe, then click the bell button, and I promise you will never miss out again. Newsflash, in real estate, there's low inventory. You already know that. You see a house and there's 50 offers on it. So what does that mean? It means that there's the haves and the have-nots. There's the people who have inventory and the people who don't, which means we need to be getting inventory. So the solution to low inventory, to be one of the few that is thriving, making more money than ever. And there's someone in your market that you know of that is making money hands over fist. The Brinks truck is coming to their office and is being filled with cash, gold bullions, because they're making money. And what's the common denominator of those few? They are taking listings. And don't think they're not taking a lot. There's people, for example, some of my clients, and they're taking more listings now than ever before. So what are they doing? And why do you need to be a listing agent? Because when you are the listing agent, you control the market. Oh, do you want to be a buyer agent? Even when your buyer says, I like that house, there's a 1 in 50 chance they'll buy it. There's a place in the MGM at the back. Someone showed it to me. It's a blackjack. There's a few actually blackjack tables in a corner away from the main area. And there your odds are better than 1 in 50 of winning. Way better. Now, the only problem is the chips start at $500 for one chip. But you're better off going down there than being a buyer agent, mathematically. So I think we've all come to the conclusion we need to get listings. So what's stopping somebody from getting listings? No one's taught them how to get them. Or they've adopted the wrong beliefs. They think it's hard to get listings, or it's for other people, or they're not experienced enough. Or what's the person going to say when I go there? And the seller will say, well, this other person has sold all these homes. What have you sold? This is called emotional intelligence. It's your mind playing tricks on you. When have we ever seen that person, and you all have, that brand new agent that comes in and starts taking a few listings, and you go, hey, what happened? And we, you know what happened? Emotional intelligence. It's their own innocence. They haven't been spoiled yet by our industry. All the memes and the thoughts, they haven't been, those people haven't been exposed to them until they are. And then you see that they change. Many of them change and they stop getting listings. So emotional intelligence, your attitude is number one. Is you want to believe if they can do it, I can do it. If they can do it, I can do it. Now, are you willing to take that on though? Are you willing to take on the activities that they are? Are you willing to do the work? I believe you are, if you want to be one of the top agents, what I call a closing machine, someone who can take listings week after week. So what do we need to do? We need to get on the phone and get in front of people. We need to be talking to people and finding out who wants to sell. Now, this is not a random activity where you just say, oh, I think I'll just go out and see people. We need to have a schedule. So number one, you want a listing-based schedule. So a listing agent schedule is get up in the morning, do some exercise, review your goals, practice your scripts, and then have a block of time where you're on the phone prospecting. It could be 2 hours, 3 hours. It could be from 9 to 11. And that is a block of time where 5 days a week, your phone is off. There's no calls coming in from the receptionist. If you work from the office, you even color that, put a sticker over that red little button on the telephone that says there's a call coming in. You don't even know about that. All you know is you're making outgoing calls for 2 hours a day. And who are you calling? Well, it depends on your market. You could be calling around listings and sales. You could be calling your past clients, could be your database, people selling privately. So what do we need to do? We need to know what to say to these people. If you know what to say, it will give you the confidence. The reason people don't talk to people many times is They don't know what to say. So someone says, tell your cousin to do this thing. And they go, I don't know. And they go, just tell him this. And they go, oh, okay, yeah, I can tell him that. So sometimes we just don't know what to say. You're driving by a for sale by owner. And why do you drive by? Because you don't know what to say. If you're given a script that's actually comfortable to say, where the homeowner, who's the private seller, says, yeah, sounds good to me, then if you feel that's going to be your response, you future-pace yourself. You put in the future a positive image of a great experience, which will be more likely to have your body move forward, stop the car and get out. But if you think they're going to slam the door, tell you off, get the baseball bat and run down the driveway after you, then why would I even stop? I'd be pressing the accelerator. I mean, I'm out of there. So these are things that we imagine, and that's why it comes back to emotional intelligence. So what we need to be doing is creating pictures in our mind, thoughts of positive outcomes, and that will cause us to get on that stage, metaphorically, to knock on that door. So we need a systematic process of prospecting. We need to know what to say, how to handle people when they say, oh, I'm not selling right now, it's not a good time. But we have to learn how to get past the reflex no. So learn these things, learn these processes. They are available. And next thing is we need to know our market. If you know your market stats and you know how many homes are sold, it gives you confidence and authority. So if someone says, well, I don't really know, maybe I'll wait. You go, Mary, are you aware that the interest rate went up by a quarter basis point? And the Federal Reserve chairman is saying interest rates are going to go up, which means you're going to end up paying more for a house. And the buyers will qualify for less on a house, which means they'll end up paying less. Right now is that window of opportunity. But I don't think people are buying, this kind of house. It's a very big house. It's a custom house. And you can tell them, yeah, I would have thought the same thing, but I just looked at the stats. Are you aware that 3 years ago, 13 homes sold a month in this market? But last month, 74 homes sold over $1 million in this market. 74. Let me show you what we can get for yours. How about 5 o'clock? Blah, blah, blah. So when you have the market stats at your fingertips, then what happens is that you have the authority, the confidence, and they have trust and confidence in you. Now, who's the best person to call? I'm going to give you some magic here. You want to find out what's sold and then call those people around the neighborhood. So now you're utilizing a sale. It may not even be yours. So let's say there's a sale. In this market, there's other buyers, correct? Like that it's not a market where there's one buyer and one sale. Chances are that agent had 10, 15 offers. You may even know the agent. They may even have told you. So once you know that, it gives you that incentive, that spirit to actually call the neighborhoods and let them know that there's buyers in the area, that house got many offers. There's buyers who want to buy in the street. When do you plan on moving? So we need to be calling, because when somebody is thinking of selling, even a little bit, that person wants to know, how much is that house listed for? How much did that house sell for? And that's the person you're going to get. So the difference between marketing and selling is marketing is looking for a raised hand. It could be flyers, could be phone calls, it could be internet messages, and we're just sending out in mass. And then when someone raises their hand, even just a little bit, and say, well, how much can I get? Now we put our sales hat on and we go, bang, we get in their house and we tell them, and we create a future for them where they're moving to. So learn the scripts, learn the methodology of getting someone's motivation and changing their emotions to get their emotions into a state of driven, compelling motivation and drive to do the next step, which is buying that next property or moving closer to their parents, or maybe getting that farm where they can grow what they want. So that's their passion. That's their dream. We want to learn the psychology again, the emotional intelligence of that conversation to light up that part of their brain where they hold their dreams. When that's lit up, now we're connected and we hand over the pen and they sign it. That's how you take a listing a week. In my case, a listing a day many times, because we know how to help a person achieve their goals. In essence, we're their coach, because we're giving them the confidence and the courage to move forward. And in the end, what do? They give you a hug, either physically or mentally. And they go, Richard, we did it because of you. We're in our dream house. And we've all had that experience if we've been in real estate, if even a little bit. And that sensation in our own body of satisfaction, knowing you helped this family, did a great job. That you just nudge them a bit further for them to do what they need to do. We all need that little bit of a nudge. I remember when I saw my first house, I was going to buy it. And they're like, oh, wow, buying a house. I was renting and buying this house. And then my wife said that her father said, just buy it. We got to take risks in life. Sometimes we have to take a risk. And I don't know, it just gave me the courage. And I did it, and I bought it. And the rest is history. Never knew that I'd be selling these things in the future. And we don't know what's going to happen for you. You may be the next person that we're listening to on a podcast or whatever. I may be in your audience because you're following this system of getting listings. And we want to know, how are you getting all these listings? So create that compelling future. But so remember the listing schedule versus a buyer schedule. The buyer schedule is go in the office, cup of coffee, sit on the computer, look at what's out there, what just came up. For the buyers you don't have yet. That's what, and then maybe showing a house 7 o'clock at night because someone just came off work. And the buyer says, well, not really. Maybe we can go out on Saturday. And you're thinking, oh, Saturday, it's my daughter's birthday. Now you're in a dilemma. Either way, you're going to lose. Because either you lose the sale or you lose your daughter's birthday. This is the problem of being a buyer agent. And you might think, what, Richard, you don't work with buyers? Of course. But as a listing agent, you'll get more buyers than you can handle. So now you can work with the ones you really, really want to work with. People who respect you, who like working with you, who listen to your advice, who trust you. And those are the only ones, and people obviously who are motivated and have the capacity to buy. Isn't that great if they're the only buyers you're working with? Now you're living a great life in real estate, but it all started from taking those listings. So I want you to be encouraged that you can take listings. There's so many strategies. I'm going to give you one more, is that if you have a buyer and they're looking in an area, what a great service to that buyer to not rely on MLS and to be prospecting the area and telling them that I did this myself on one occasion, on many occasions, but when I remember. So here I am. I had a buyer and he said to me, find me a property. I can't find one. So I'm making calls. I'm saying, ring, hi, Mrs. Salzberg. Yeah, this is Richard from ABC Realty. And I have a buyer looking in the area. He works for RBC and he wants to be near the synagogue. So I was wondering, who do you know in the area that's looking to sell? It's a very indirect way of talking without you saying, I got a buyer, you want to sell your house, which they're used to. So when you have got better language like that, better scripts, you see, I described the family and they had something in common because the synagogue was right in the area. And now that I'm building the community, you see the messaging. This is why we got to get away from PDF scripts that, you get from the internet that everyone else is using. What I used in that script was emotional intelligence. So this is available to you. Study it. Begin to see yourself as a listing agent and make sure you're making those contacts, build an accountability system, work out on your business plan, find someone who can help you and say, well, how many calls do I have to make to reach my goal? So once you've got that number, if I make this many calls, I will reach my goals. Because if I make this many calls, I'll get this many leads. This many leads will lead to these many appointments. These many appointments will lead to these many listings signed. Some people have a ratio that every 3 people they see that's looking to sell or even just fantasizing about selling, they'll get 1 out of 3. You need to know your numbers. Some are 2 out of 3. Some are even more. But you need to know your numbers. Now you can predict. You can predict for yourself how much money you're going to make. Now, at the beginning, you want to get a standard number. And one of the numbers I'll give you is, if you use good language, every 60 people you talk to will get you an appointment. Every 60. Some people say 100, but I've seen 60. So you can use whatever number you want, 100, or if you're with me, it's 60. 60 people, random people, anybody. That means people you know, people you don't know. 60 people, get on the phone and you'll get one appointment. And then from there, you can work out your numbers. So find someone to help you or figure it out yourself. It's available to you. This is your business to thrive. A low inventory market is your opportunity to make money. It's your opportunity, because when you get a listing, you control the market. It's your chance. So this is the time to take over 2022. Your market. It's Richard Duggal. I wish you all the best. Richard, the closing machine. I'm right with you. I'm here to support you. Anything you ever need, you can do this. Go get them. If you're enjoying my channel and enjoy the effort we are putting in for you, please subscribe. Then click the bell button, and I promise you will never miss out again.